and this is Today in Daily Show. It's a beautiful day here on Monday. Smash the subscribers button because we are going live every single day, giving you the latest news on cryptocurrencies, and we are live on Facebook right now. How are you guys doing? Vitaly Dubin is here, founder and creator of Bitcoin's Pulse Club system. Today is Monday, 7th of May, 2018. Today in Crypto Show, we are covering the latest and greatest news that is happening with Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies worldwide. And today on the line, we will discuss the Ethereum and whether or not it's going to be considered security will have a long-lasting effect on Ethereum and on a lot of the other cryptocurrencies. We'll talk about the regulation on the exchanges and some other cool news and developments in the space. So how are you guys doing? Let me know. How is your week starting? Are you seeing major progress towards your goals and dreams? So let's start with the current market cap. As you see, $433 billion, the total market cap, which is way less than it was a couple days ago. But we have two new cryptocurrencies added into the crypto market. But it is red right now. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Bitcoin is red, Ethereum is red, 6%, Ripple is 4.62% red, Bitcoin Cash went down by 5.27%, and we see a lot of the major cryptocurrencies on the top 100, the vast majority of them, some of them are in the plus, which is nice to see. Ontology up 7.35%, a lot of them are on the down. Of course, we had some gainers as well in the double digits, Bitcoin Dark and Funfair, which every day some cryptocurrencies overperforms all the others. But the majority of the crypto markets wiped itself about $18 billion in the last couple days because of today's. Today's the big news, whether or not the SEC, Security Exchange Commission, is going to deem Ethereum as a security or not, which of course is a major implication on the price of Ethereum and the price of all the other cryptocurrencies. We'll talk about that. But first, you know, it's not unusual for the crypto market to be volatile and be up and down. One day up 10%, another day up down 6%, etc. You know, it's regular happenings, and when it is in the red, in a lot of cases, it's good time to buy. You know, what a lot of people are selling, it's good time to buy and scoop up the prices at the dip, as you are going to learn more and more as you dive deeper into the whole aspect of trading cryptocurrencies. They always say buy in the dip, and when there's blood on the streets, right, when there's a lot of red, that's oftentimes a good time to buy. So moving on, we have, first of all, let's start with some good positive news. We have Bitcoin adoption continues as we are seeing companies like QR Park who are offering now Bitcoin payment services for cars to pay with Bitcoin, which of course the more merchants are going to join the network of Bitcoin, right, the more the Bitcoin is going to be popular and mainstreamly adopted. So come on, merchants, more and more people are joining the revolution. We have Fujiden Corporation in Japan, who is dealing with electrical materials purchasing centers, started accepting Bitcoin. We have online courses like Tech Academy starts accepting Bitcoin, and a hotel in Spain that start to accept Bitcoin cryptocurrencies. So we are definitely on the right trend. We have Stellar Lumens and XLM, which kind of dipped recently, but it's all temporarily, and we are probably going to see it bounce back. And then we have this on the line, okay? SEC inquiry, should regulators treat Ethereum as security or not? So this one, Security and Exchange Commissions, has a lot of implication on Ethereum and the whole crypto market. And the whole debate that is going on today is because of the ICO back in September 2014. The Ethereum Foundation, when it started, Ether is the coin and Ethereum is the blockchain of Ether. It started its pre-sale of 31,591 Bitcoins, worth 18.4 million at the time, now at $300 million at current prices. So basically, they're saying that the Ethereum Foundation did a security fundraising, which it was not. It denies it to be, because you know the U.S. SEC Commission treats every cryptocurrency as a security, and this is the battle that is going on right now. On the part of SEC, all ICOs are classified as securities. So depending on which regulatory agency you're going to ask, they see Bitcoin cryptocurrencies as securities, as currencies, as property, you know, all kinds of definitions. So the Ethereum co-founder is saying definitely Ethereum is not a security and should not be treated as a security. It doesn't pass the Howey test. This is the debate that is going on. What will happen if Ethereum is going to be labeled security? So if that is going to be the case, then other cryptocurrencies are going to be deemed securities as well, and a lot of them are built on the Ethereum blockchain. So it has a big implication, and if it had judged to be a security, it violated the SEC laws and may attract punishment and penalties, and it's not going to be a pretty picture. Okay, and Ethereum might be a crackdown on Ethereum on exchanges. It's going to be harder to trade it, and hence the price may go down, although temporarily. So right now this is exactly what is happening. People are not sure what is the future, what is going on, what is going to happen to Ethereum. So a lot will be seen tomorrow. I'll shed more light on this, as this is still going on right now. So there's no new news about this. So keep an eye and definitely be on the checkout in case of drastic drops in the price of Ethereum. Be ready to sell it and exchange it to Bitcoin. Moving on, we have another financial institution, another bank joined the Ripple network, which is great. You know, more banks. We have like 100 banks right now that are adopting the blockchain technology and cryptocurrency payment solutions inside their banking platform. So I definitely want to see it more happening. Verge, the XVG cryptocurrency, is now partnering with Spotify. There is a lot of rumor going on about this. So Spotify is a large company with a lot of subscribers in the music industry. So definitely a good news for Verge if it's going to happen. So be on the lookout for Verge and buy some Verge, because those kind of news drive the prices up. Of course, pick a great time to buy and not just blindly go and buy the dips. And Dash, interestingly enough, price prediction in 2018 is currently trading about $700, but because Dash is one of the only cryptocurrencies that have offline businesses that enables people to basically buy stuff offline and not just online, and it's completely private. It allows you to instantly conduct transactions. Dash stands for digital cash. It has over 4,500 servers which are hosted all over the world. So that, guys, is a big plus for Dash. That is trading at $706 right now, and forecast in 5 years around $5,200, which is a very good return if you look at the long term, if that is going to be the case. And this year it can almost triple by the end of 2018. Dash, so keep an eye on Dash, buy the dip, and you know, it's a good investment. Now, this conversation about the safety of cryptocurrencies was the hacks and prices and government regulations, and you know, hacks are happen here and there. Those cyber attacks, it is really something that happens, and big exchanges and just small exchanges are prone to this. What just happened to Yobit that one went bankrupt because of the cyber attack, and another exchange, coin check has also in January has a big attack on the exchange from the hackers, with a lot of the funds being stolen, right? So that's one of the risks that I wanted to really consider with the exchanges, because exchanges is not like wallets that you hold offside. All cryptocurrency exchanges holding your cryptocurrency asset on the online exchange itself. So if something is going to happen with the database, if there's going to be hacks, if something, if some hacker is going to blackmail or do something to steal those, and he will succeed in doing that, that's a risk. It's definitely something that you need to be aware of. Not to say that not to trade on the exchanges, because this is the only way that you can trade cryptocurrencies is on the exchanges. Just don't keep a big portion of your currencies, especially long-term investments, on the exchange. You want to get them from the exchange back to your wallet, especially if you're not trading with it and not using it. And that's why Japanese people in Japan, they now set forth this new criteria for all cryptocurrency exchanges to pass, to prevent what happened to CoinCheck back in January, which was hacked in Japan and lost 58 billion yen, which is about $531 million worth of cryptocurrency now. So they don't want it happen again. So now the 5 criteria that every single exchange needs to come by, kind of the framework that applies to all the exchanges, is first of all to not store currency in internet connected computers, and to set multiple passwords for transfers. So this sets a precedence to other exchanges that may follow suit to Japan exchanges. And to prevent money laundering initiative and measures, exchanges will need to work harder to prevent money laundering, to increase the customer identification and verification, especially to large transfers. The third one is carefully manage separate from exchange assets. So now they're looking at like checking customer account balances multiple times per day for signs of diversions, and have rules in place to keep the officers from using client money or virtual currencies. Well, that's kind of interesting to see that development, if that's going to be the case for all the exchanges, not only in Japan, right? So they're going to kind of check the account balances, and I think it's for a good reason, to prevent something mishappens, right, with the account balances that are happening not from the part of the client. New restrictions on the listings of cryptocurrencies. That's an interesting one. So if there's going to be a coin with a high level of anonymity, like for example Monero, there's been rumors to delist because it's privacy coin. They're moving on more stricter regulation, and because cryptocurrencies like Monero are more anonymous, they are thinking to delist these types of cryptocurrencies from the exchanges. And lastly, separating shareholders from management. So all of this is to tell you guys that exchanges in Japan, at least, are going through stricter regulation, and other exchanges may follow suit. Okay. Now, Bitcoin.com is finally removed from CoinMarketCap, as it used to be a second website on CoinMarketCap on Bitcoin, but now it's removed. And because you see this, buy Bitcoin Cash with credit card recommended. So it was very diverted by Roger Van, who is the proponent of Bitcoin Cash, saying it's better currency, and misleading people into buying Bitcoin Cash and not Bitcoin, which they refer as Bitcoin Core. And because of that, because of that, they got delisted from coin market cap. And even Michael Novogratz, who is one of the rich founders and investors, was Dan Moorhead in the crypto fund, who raised millions of dollars recently in the last couple months. He said, well, Bitcoin Core is Bitcoin. It's a store of value, he tweeted. It's digital gold, and Bitcoin Core is the real Bitcoin, right? So to make sure that not to confuse the two cryptocurrencies. Now, probably it's going to be time until the central banks are going to adopt cryptocurrencies and buy large portions of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But they're definitely moving in the direction to repatriate the gold to regain what was in there. They're currently holding 33,000 tons of gold, which equivalent to $1.6 trillion. So imagine when that will happen, the central banks will use cryptocurrencies as the new digital gold, right? And influence the monetary policies through their owning of cryptocurrencies. We have Chinese state media accuses ICOs and exchanges of defying crackdown. So basically, back in September, ICOs in China were banned, and those people are finding very creative ways to avoid the bans, right, that they were taken. So they're now moving into OKEx and operating under OKEx, and the number of Chinese ICOs increasing despite the ban. So that just goes to tell you that even in a very country like China, which is very dictatorship based country, when they ban crypto exchanges, which China has a big influence on what happens with Bitcoin cryptocurrencies. Even in China, they cannot stop it because people are smarter than the government, and they'll find creative ways to issue the ICOs and work with ICOs. Now, interesting precedent in Israel this time, where I live. The Bitcoin mining company sues the bank for closing its account. So it's not the first incident inside Israel that the banks refuse to operate and support a company that operates a cryptocurrency exchange or mining operation or anything that deals with crypto. They're having a hard time to understand the crypto space. And again, the law in the Supreme Court of Israel is on the side of cryptocurrency companies and not on the side of the banks. So this is really, really good news for Israel and hopefully in the rest of the world, that even though the banking systems are slow to adopt Bitcoin businesses, we have to find a way how to make cryptocurrencies, which is the new platform, the new infrastructure, to work with cryptocurrencies, to work with fiat currencies, which we're still all use every single day. And banking, it's kind of like the in between, the old infrastructure, so to speak, on our financial landscape. So these new companies who are struggling to get banking services and cooperation, they are getting smashed down by the Supreme Court. Okay, so those are the news for today. Today in Crypto Show. Hopefully it's exciting day for you guys. We are going to later on today do an awesome training on cryptocurrency trading, give you an update on the markets with one of our leader trainers of Crypto Trading Millionaires. And this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm reminding you that we are going to have an amazing class on cryptocurrency trading, teaching you how to leverage trading to grow your wealth and what you need to look at and how to start trading and answer all of your guys' questions. It's a paid It's a paid weekly live coaching that we are doing for our members, but we are allowing you for free access this week to see the value and see what we are doing and get tremendous value. Ask any question that you want. So looking forward for that. And be on the lookout for later on today for a broadcast about cryptocurrency trading. So see you guys a little bit later on, and let's hope that Ethereum is going to not be classified as a security but as a utility for the sake of Ethereum and all the other cryptocurrency on the market. I'll keep you up to date inside this group and